Down here in the bottom left in the red, the Terran player. His name is Bomber.
And to the top right in the blue for SKT, it's Rain. So yeah, flash in his eyes. I guess that his location hotkeys. Make sure they work. Sorry. And Bomber's eating the cheese of Rain.
Yeah, says he's going to stop the 7 Protosses.
So we'll find out if he can do it. So far, you know, tied up. And really curious to see if Bomber is just going to stick with his Reaper expanse here, or if he's going to go back to a CC first. It's I feel like a map where you don't really want to CC first. It's just too much. There's too much variance. It's too much of a risk. So you're probably going to go for a Reaper expand. We have seen CC first on this map. It's not going to be the case here.
Yeah.
It has happened before.
I've seen TY do it before.
Yeah.
It's a gateway here for Rain, so Nexus first. You know, it's pretty Rain-ish. Doesn't like to be too risky.
Pretty rainy.
Yeah. It was looking a little bit cloudy here earlier today.
Yeah, you know, it was a bit breezy.
Yeah.
Wow. Good against SCVs, now that rain. I like this guy's signs.
Yeah.
And he's just bringing them out one after another.
Throwing them down.
You could say he's raining those signs.
It's raining good signs in here. The Nexon Arena.
So, this is just taking a bit to gear up here. I wanted to ask you something earlier. I had like one of these questions to ask.
Yeah.
You know, because I want to know more about you. And
Is it about my favorite cheese?
No,
or?
It was something similar to that, but it's just one of those things I want to ask you to know more about you, but also so the 15,000, 16,000 people on the internet that are watching this also get to know more about you.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Well, when you think of it again, you can always ask me later. I'll be here.
Are you a hat person? Can you wear hats? Well,
I can. Yeah, pretty decent, but I never really wore them.
Because Bomber is a hat person.
Yeah, he's definitely a hat person.
I've seen him wear hats a lot. He's actually quite skilled at it. I cannot do it.
There are certain people that can wear hats and certain people that can't.
My head kind of looks like Olaf from Frozen's head, so hats aren't really good for me.
Need more of that square.
It's not even a square. It's just a hat head.
Because if you have a square head, you know, you put a hat on top, it gives you more length. Just like with a haircut, you know, go short sides.
Sure.
And long top for the same effect.
Yeah. Well, my father has a hat head. You can wear hats well. Yeah. Oh, what is this? This isn't rain-like.
Hold that thought.
This is not rain-like at all.
No, it's not.
That's a Twilight Council. That's not a Citadel of Adun even. That's just a straight-up Twilight Council.
Do you think we're going to see Blink here?
You know, I want to say no. I think we're going to see DTs.
I was thinking the same thing.
But it could be Blink. It's an okay map for Blink. It is Blink. Okay. Because Bomber had been skipping that turret at the front of his base pretty much consistently, so...
I just feel like DTs is something good to throw into a kind of best-of-5 series. It really would throw your opponent off. You get a lot of damage done if you're not prepared. Like you were saying, Bomber didn't really look prepared in general. Making a lot of barracks, not really getting up to Starport would be hard for him to get a Reven even.
Yeah.
But Blink it is.
Blink it is. So, we haven't seen this type of build in a while. Partially because there was a scarcity of Terrans for quite some time in Korea. But it did kind of fall out of popularity, especially players like Rain just preferring to go for that robotics-oriented play like we've seen him do in the past. The robo he adds now, though, tells us it's not going to be an all-in. unless he does like the follow-up blink, which is just not Rain's style. I'm so surprised with that. But this is like one of the blink feign builds into taking a fast third. That he can get those Colossi out of his Robo, get Observers out, the spot drops, and really just be pretty much safe against anything.
Yeah. Bomber back at his base, finally getting that engineering bay up here. He's got a lot of units here. Big ball. Loves to go with those 3 barracks.
The Bomber really likes to get units out and get upgrades and tech later. He's oftentimes really late on his medevacs as a result of this, but he gets concussive shell out pretty early too, so he can take a straight up fight. And these two players are going to kind of collide a little bit in the middle of the map. This could actually catch Rain at a bit of a vulnerable time here with this many Marauders out. Even with Blink, he doesn't have a lot of units to blink. And to find himself with his back against the wall fairly quickly if he's not careful. Shows Blink.
Yeah.
Oh, Bomber's in the sight blocker. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. And boom, out come the Marauders. And he's on Blink cooldown. Finally, it's off. And he can go. The Bomber does not stim. He's cool and collected here. But now he's got to decide what he wants to do. Does he want to head towards that third base and try to knock that down? Or is he going to have to sit back and defend? He doesn't know if the Stalkers are going to try to circumvent him. He makes the right choice. The Stalkers are sitting back at home. I think he might be able to knock this base down. Oh, he's going to take his time, though.
Yeah. I think he wants to come from 2 sides like in that first game. Look at this. Bomber not really paying attention, able to snipe one of those Marauders. Nicely done there. A Colossus is on the production tab now. It's going to be very useful a little bit later on with dealing with all this bio.
Bomber a bit timid here.
Makes 2 bunkers.
Yeah, 2 bunkers at home and doesn't commit to the attack. Now there's enough Stalkers to hold it, I feel. Mothership Core going to make that a little bit easier, too. First Colossus, like you said, almost out. 3 more gateways. 4 coming out of here. I'm going to give him a little bit more warp ends used to defend.
Bunker's still here.
Yeah, concerned it's going to be a big blink attack, that later version I was talking about, but it's not, so doesn't need those. He's just playing safe.
Oh, man. He doesn't know. I mean,
he didn't even check the third base, really, did he? He didn't get close
I was about
enough.
to ask the same question. I don't think he saw the third base. And, you know, the only thing he has seen was a bunch of Stalkers and Blink. I think he was thinking, oh, there's going to be a big Blink attack coming my way. Better sit back and defend. When actually he just went, 3-gate Blink for defense and took a fast third with Colossi. So now Rain's got his third base up way far ahead of Bomber.
Yeah, and his tech is starting to be a little bit better too. Bomber does not have combat shields until just now. That's part of the reason why maybe he didn't engage earlier. With 2 Colossi out, range is almost done. The third Colossus is almost done. If he can buy time with 1 set of force fields, he's going to be so fine against this. His third base is mining for so long now. He doesn't get enough force fields out. He doesn't have enough sentry energy, it looks like. It's only 1 sentry here. All right, third Colossus is about to pop. So is range. Bomber's starting to take the engagement. A great time warp on that army.
That time warp was disgusting. That was so good. That hit the entire army. Colossi doing so much damage. Huge stem on the entire army as well. And now Bomber's on the run. Sees that third Colossus and doesn't want any piece of that.
Well, a 4th Colossus is coming. Charge on the way now, armor as well, and Bomber just lost all ground that he had in this game. Third base is completed, making into an orbital right now, but it's not landed. It's so far away, he's not getting that extra saturation yet. Rain has 16 harvesters up on Bomber right now. This drop should be shut down.
Yeah. Medevac takes a bunch of Stalker fire and goes down to 59 health. No chance of those guys getting in.
A scary, scary moment right now for Bomber. It's hard for him to figure out, what's the next move here. A 4 drop going towards the main could be a good choice if there's nothing there. If he's making a mistake, if he's out of position. But if he's in position, how do I crack this guy? How do I find an opening right now? Third base here is so late on landing. It's not even saturated yet. He's going to get those SCVs over there. Making 4 Vikings at a time. I think he might pull the boys, man. I think that's what he's starting to think about.
Yeah. I think he might, Rain, he's transitioning to Storm, but he doesn't have it just yet. And to hit before Storm hits, that would be nice. You see 2 boys. but they're just there for the repair.
Oh, what's that? Okay, that's just the second part of his army.
Oh, here they come!
Here they come!
There are the boys. And you know, Storm, it's being chrono boosted out, but it's not here yet.
Not yet.
Even halfway done.
Those rocks are going to buy him some time here. A few more cannons being queued up as well. That one sentry is so cute. 2 more warping in here. That sentry's got 2 force fields on it. Not enough. With 3 sentries, he will be able to buy time for 1 set. How close is that Storm? You got to see it. All right, where are those force fields? He's waiting so patient.
Bomber's trying to bait it so hard, but he just can't. Baits out 1.
Storm is almost done.
Nice scan on the observer. It's going to be a lot harder for Rain to see where this army is.
All right, here we go. He stands and runs in. Not enough force fields here. Colossi fire goes down. The Storm is ready. The EMP goes off, but it's not good enough. The Storms are on point here, but the Colossi not firing, taking a lot of Viking damage. Does Bomber have enough? He might. Another Storm goes down. This is so close. Even the cannon's helping out here right now.
It's incredibly close right now, but he's pushing through. Bomber's looking like he's done it. He's killed all those Colossi. The probes are coming in here as well.
Way too many Marauders here, just way too much firepower. Bomber, I think he's done it. There's no more AoE. The Vikings are on the ground. He's running over to the third base. He needs to start taking that down because he's got no economy. You know, maybe pushing it all the way to the main base might have been the better choice. This is going to give Rain a little bit of time to get a few more units out. He's trying to fight with this army, trying to blink his way back. But there's just too much Bomber here. Way too many Marauders. And it looks like he's going to seal the deal here.
Looks like he will. Marauders pushing forward. He's going to get this Nexus as well. Rain's waiting. He's trying to get something together here, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, he has 1 Colossus now, but still there's at least 3 Vikings and a lot of Marauders here to deal with it, so... Snipes a Viking.
Brennan, I just learned something. Our army tab at the top right is broken. It's constantly matching. No wonder every time I'm like, wow, they've always got the same army supply, but look at this. Okay, yeah, that's broken. That is broken, man. I'm looking at that and I'm telling you right now it's broken.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Okay, I wanted to clarify this. Because that's been driving me crazy. I'm like, how would they constantly? I'm like, look at this. I'm like, Bomber has the same workers as him, and they can't have the same army supply. Doesn't make any sense. This doesn't add up. Yeah, that's broken. We got to get that fixed. This factory will fall here. Bomber has just an army that cannot be stopped. With his 3 mules that he can drop, he will be able to build a large enough Viking force to deal with those Colossi, and the Marauders on the ground will defeat everything else. Not enough gas income right now for Rain with only 2 bases to make enough High Templar to get Storms out. So this is just a matter of unit efficiency that Rain will not be able to compete with right now with the economy in the situation it is.
And Rain understands what he needs. He's making only High Templar right now, but like you said, it's 2 base gas. He just doesn't have enough right now. He's trying to do it, but some nice force fields come off here. He picks off a small amount of this army without losing much. He's making another High Templar here. He needs like the perfect Storms. And I have to say, his army control in that first fight was not good. The Colossi were not firing too well. He let him run up the ramp and stuff like this, but he's got to have perfect army control this time.
All right, here we go. He's going to try to make his last stand here. Good force field so far. Nice pickoffs. Need to be careful of that High Templar.
He's sticking in it.
No ghosts on the map. 1 Marauder coming forward, trying to get some pickoffs here. Trying to bait some Storms, trying to force a forward engagement. Rain is really making a great last stand here. The Bomber just has the better economy to keep making more efficient units here.
Decent Storm on that little group of units. Storm catches 1 Viking as well. Another really good Storm there, but he needs more Storms. Where are they? Bomber splitting his units really, really nicely here. Needs to get the Colossus in the back, and it looks like he will. And now he's going to push forward. Another nice Storm here, but a lot of bio still remains.
Bomber's doing it, man. He's going to take a lead in this series. This game is over. GG. Bomber takes game number 3, putting him into a 2-1 lead, 1 win away from being the 2nd Terran player to advance. And the 2nd non-Protoss as well, giving us a 2 Terran round of 8. What a crazy series we're seeing here. Bomber is playing so well, he's outclassing Rain.
Yeah, I would not have expected it. I mean, I was calling 3 over 3-1. I'm already wrong. Sorry to doubt you, Bomber. Rain is red, Bomber's blue. They fight with armies and SCVs too.
Wow, that one is that's just better than I could have ever imagined that would be last time.
He's a poet, and he wasn't even fully aware of it.
Yeah. So I don't think we're actually having a break. I think